One here could be in a little bit of trouble. He really needs to move out with this expansion. Oh, he's moving out to the islands. Meanwhile, moving with his Banshees into the main of Sen yet again. Gonna pop off a queen, working on the second queen. 2 queens go down, 1 Banshee goes down in exchange. This one going under cloak mode because it was near its death. And now the little one here is actually doing a nice job of picking off these queens. And the more queens he takes out, the less Sen can macro, because Sen is going to be really held back by the fact that he's not going to have enough larva. Although right now he's doing just fine. Notice how he's trying to still get that Spire up to deal with these Banshees. Oh no, the hatchery going to go down for Sen. Sen here in huge trouble. The little one being persistent and adamant with this air tech rush finally takes down the main base, and that is huge. And now he's starting to go to work on the lair. No Hydralisk out yet, although the Hydralisk den is up and running, and now finally 4 Hydras coming into play. And the little one just doing insane amounts of damage with his air units here off of 2 ports. He is securing the island expansion as well on the minimap. This Banshee gets taken out. The Vikings working on the Overseer. If this Overseer goes down, it is lights out for Sen. Sen desperately realizing that, trying to save the Overseer with his Hydralisks. And this game is a constant game of back and forth as the little one here is showing us how to play 2-port 1 base, finally starting to establish this expansion on the islands. It looks like Sen on the other side of the map thinking about capturing this gold, and it's been morphing for quite a while, but the little one is going to come in and stop it. I think Sen is probably going to cancel him. In fact, he should cancel. If he doesn't, oh no, Sen not canceling the hatchery there. Could have recuperated 200 of his minerals, and these roaches kind of come into the party just a little bit late. Gonna get taken out by the club bouncers there. The 2 Banshees up in the air. Finally, really just doing so much damage. Now Sen getting his own air units into game, and he does have Mutalisk. It is taking out these Vikings. These Vikings actually aren't that great against Mutas, and the Mutas clean up all the Vikings. More Vikings on the way. Looks like the little one, meanwhile, has been transitioning into Marines on the ground, which is a nice unit to deal with these Mutalisks. But the thing is, those Marines cannot get over to this island expansion, and Sen is going to stop all mining at this expansion on the islands. This is why it is so dangerous as a Terran player to try to expand to these islands, because the Zerg can just get some Mutalisks, and there's really not much you can do about it. Looks like the little one here gonna try to go for a sneaky drop counterattack, and he's gonna drop 3 Hellions. Do they have the pre-igniter upgrade? Yes, they do. And here comes the Hellions. Oh no, they don't. They are gonna try to burn away as many drones as they can. They did get about 4 right there. 5 or 6 or 8 more going down, and the little one here making great use with his Hellions. 4 more going down right there. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at the income tab. The little one starting to close that gap up, 37 under 43. Sen still slightly ahead, not too much though, but Sen is still doing really well with this huge clump of Mutalisks, and I'm not sure if he has enough Marines to deal with this. Looks like Sen gonna commit. No, he's gonna fall back as he realizes those 3 Vikings and the Marines just a little bit too much. And now the little one has a Thor out too, mighty Thor, which is actually, it can actually take out all these Mutas pretty easily. So the little one here has been constantly harassing the Zerg player, who has been on 2 expansions this entire time. Not sure what happened there. Sen here has been playing Macro Zerg, or at least trying to play Macro Zerg, and the little one has been trying to do all he can to deny that. He's been canceling expansions at the gold, like right here. He's been harassing with Hellions, with Reapers, with Banshees, everything he can possibly do. And I think the little one here is still in a good shape. I think he's still ahead in this game because, critically, I don't think Sen has been able to do much damage. All he's done is cancel this expansion, but the little one was able to save the command center, float it off, and occupy this one instead. And he only lost maybe 5 or 6 SCVs. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the little one has been doing terrible damage to Sen. He's been killing off drones at the main. He's killed off the hatchery at the main. He's just been doing everything in the book, but now Sen has those really dangerous infestors on the field, and these infestors are like the ultimate unit for the Zerg arsenal. They're pretty much the defiler for the Zerg. And with those Thors in play, oh no, the little one here really focusing on the Thors, and if he lets these Thors get mind controlled, it could be really bad for the Little One. Looks like he's blowing through these rocks. He's thinking about making a quick push, but he is going to scan and find out that there are 3 infestors waiting to mind control. They do not have the mind control research yet. Let's take a look and see how close he is to getting that research done. Where's the infestation pit? There it is, almost ready. And once those infestors have that upgrade, it is going to be far more difficult for the Thors to do anything about it. I think in this situation, it would be in the Little One's best favor to possibly get some ghosts to snipe the infestors or to EMP the infestors. I've seen that being used a lot in late game Zerg versus Terran, because you can use that to stop the infestors from mind controlling your Thors, and if they should mind control your Thors, you can just snipe them. I also like how the Little One is erecting this planetary fortress, or I'm going to assume it's gonna be a planetary fortress in a very nice position, which is actually gonna help him hold should the Zerg player decide to bust through his side of the rocks. Now let's take a look at the army tab here, as the Zerg player at 151 in supply, the Little One at 110, so the Little One is falling a little bit behind in terms of army count. I think he's still just fine, but he is going to have to start bulking up a couple more forces to deal with this Zerg army. Zerg army at 1 carapace, 0 melee, 0 ranged as well. Let's take a look at the Terran army at +1 weapons, none for infantry. So the Little One here really focusing down on his infantry, or on his on his mech, and it looks like he's throwing down a second factory, possibly to increase the output of his Thors. The Little One here is going to push through these rocks. I'm not quite sure I agree with this. He really does need some ghosts in his army composition to deal with these infestors, and if these infestors get a good surround, it could be really bad. Notice how Sen is splitting his units. Oh my goodness, Sen just has so many units. This could be really bad for the Little One. I'm not sure I quite agree with this. And here comes Sen. He's going to go straight to mind control these Thors, and there goes the mind control. And it looks like the Little One trying to cancel the mind controls, but not quick enough. And oh no, the Little One there losing all of his forces to the mind control. These Thors were just not strong enough with the force, and they are going to get taken out. Sen here with a massive Roach Hydra army is just going to walk over the Little One. The Little One actually didn't get a planetary fortress. And if he had, he might have been able to hold this off. Maybe not, actually. As Sen is going to push in, show his Korean godliness, and it's just going to steamroll the Little One. The Little One GG's out of game number 2. So the Little One and Sen 1-1 in the Casper Sky Cup Finals. And if you guys enjoyed that game, make sure to subscribe. And, of course, stay tuned for the next series in this game, in this set of games. Thanks a lot, guys. HD signing out.